Good afternoon all. Our next session is live demonstration of integrated management system. NACO under the project SOAR has developed this integrated management system to digitalize the entire reporting system from the point of sample collection to report generation. This integrated management system has three modules: ART lab technician module, viral load technician module, and viral load lab in charge module. Today we are going to learn all these three modules. Before we go into a live demonstration, let me first log into one of the ART centers. Once you log in, you can find your ART center details here. There are almost 10 options in this module, but we will focus on sample collection. So navigate to the sample collection option and click on it. The moment you click on the sample collection, you will find two windows, one search window and one sample collection window. In the search window, enter either pre-ART number or ART number of the PLHID. Let me just search with 9876. So the moment I enter 9876, it searches for these 4 digits in the server and it identifies all the patients who has these 4 digits either in pre-ART number or in ART number. So if you see here, in each row is one patient, and in each patient 9876 is existing either in pre-ART number or in ART number. So once it searches and identifies you all the patients who has these numbers, it is very important that you identify the correct patient by his name and gender and pre-ART number and ART. After confirming all the details, click on add. The moment you add, the patient comes to the sample collection window. In the sample collection window, select viral load and then enter the test ID, which is 6-digit. So NACO has already given us pre-printed stickers which has 3 test IDs of 6-digit and 3 barcode IDs which has the same 6 digits available on the barcodes. So if you have a barcode reader, just read the barcode, it will automatically enter the 6-digit IDs. If you don't have a barcode reader, then manually enter the 6-digit test ID. So this 6-digit test ID is a combination of alphabets and numeric, and it is called as alphanumeric. AQ7654, 6-digit number. And then test type. So there are 3 types of test. One is routine. If you are collecting for routine, then select routine. If the sample earlier collected was rejected by the viral load lab and you are recollecting it, then select repeat. If the previous viral load test result was greater than 1000 and the client has to undergo 3 months of adherence counseling and he has come back after successfully completing 3 months adherence counseling, then you select this adherence option. Currently we'll go with routine. Now, if you have collected 15 samples on this day, search all the 15 and enter the barcode test ID for all these 15. Today, now in this live demonstration, we will only do 2. So once I enter all the samples for which I have collected, I will click on finish collecting samples. So the moment I collect on finish collecting samples, it will ask me to select the date on which samples are collected. So it is always recommended that we finish collecting samples on the same day on which we have collected the sample. Click on S. Now you see here samples added successfully. That means the samples are added in the server. Now they are in the backend server and these samples has to be dispatched to the viral load lab. Now we will see how we can dispatch these viral load samples to the viral load. So search for the option viral load test, click on it and then select dispatch collected samples. So I have already entered 4-5 before I start this demonstration. So you can see this. Today we have, in this demonstration, we have entered these 2 IDs. Earlier I have entered these 3. So now either I can individually select samples, or I can click on this dark blue color plus icon, which will at a time select all the samples and move to the dispatch window. Now, before dispatching, it is very important we select the viral load lab for which these samples are sent. Every ART center will have 2 viral load labs attached to it. One is Metropolis and second one is public sector lab. So it is very, very, very important that we select the right viral load lab for which the samples are getting dispatched. So I'm selecting the public sector VL lab. Once I select the VL lab, after getting please confirm all the details, and then before clicking on the dispatch button, which is on the right side bottom, once again check which VL lab you have selected. So I am confirming all my details and then clicking on dispatch. So now it is asking for confirmation. I will say yes. You see here on 18 September, we have selected 5 samples. If you click on this batch dispatch number, BDN stands for batch dispatch number, and the status says dispatched. Okay. So now we can view the batch sheet. The moment you click on the batch sheet, you will find all those 5 PLHIVs for whom we have collected the sample today. And you can see here the result status is pending. Okay. Now it is, as you are aware, as per the national guidelines, when we are sending the samples, we have to send TRF form. So the integrated management system will generate pre-printed, ready-made TRF forms. So just click on the TRF, print TRF, and then select your printer, the designation, in the destination, and then click, if you want to click on click of PDF and save it on your desktops. Okay. So or you can directly print them and send these TRFs along with the sample to the viral load lab. So this is how you can just click on view TRF and then print. Or you can print the entire sheet. You see here, entire batch numbers can also be printed. So now you have successfully collected the samples and you have dispatched the samples. Okay. So after clicking the dispatch button, we can see here today's samples batch dispatch number is available here and the status is dispatched. So when you click on view batch sheet, it will show all the samples which are sent to the viral load lab on this date. You see here the viral load name is Vijayawada viral load lab, and then the ART center name, date of dispatch, everything is available here. So as you are aware, in the as per NACO's guideline, for each sample we have to send TRF form, test request form. So the main objective of this integrated management system is to digitalize the paper-based reporting system. So see here, we can generate the TRF from this system. See here, we are generating a TRF. You can print these TRFs, okay. You can also print this entire batch sheet. Click on the sheet, print sheet. So you can see here all the patients for whom the samples are collected. With here collection date is available and test type, everything is available in this sheet. You can also send this sheet along with the samples to the viral load lab. So the lab technician module. So just to recap, we have to go to sample collection, search for a sample, identify the patient, and then it will come to the collection sample. You select the viral load test type, and then you enter the test ID, and then you click on finish collecting samples. You select the dates, and then you dispatch to the viral load lab by selecting the correct viral load lab. All about ART lab technician module. Now we will log out. Now we will learn viral load lab modules. In viral load lab, we have 2 modules: viral load technician module and viral load in charge module. Let me log into viral load technician module. So once you log in, you can see here the viral load lab details, and then from the options, navigate to receive samples. The moment you click on receive samples, it will show you all the batches which are already dispatched to this particular lab. From these, you can go to dispatch date and sort the dates. So you can find the latest batch, which is on 18th September. So you see here, all these are in green color. That means all these batches were accepted by the viral load lab. Now, see, the first batch is showing in red and the button says receive sample. So click on the receive samples. The moment you click on receive samples, you will find all those individual clients details for which you have received the samples. So now you can see the TRF forms in the dispatch from the batch sheet, and then you can see the status as dispatch, but the result is pending because you have not entered the result. Just click on receive samples. So the moment you click on receive samples, you will find the status of each of these individual samples. Now click on the status, and if you accept the sample, click on accept. If you have any problem with the sample, click on reject and then select the reason. There are already predefined remarks for the rejections. Select one of the appropriate reason. If it is accepted, you need not enter any reason. See, this is automatically blocked. The moment you enter reject, this window will be opened and you have to select one of the options. And if you have received a TRF form for this particular test ID number and then you have not received the sample, you can say not received and then click on receive samples. So it will ask for confirmation. Out of 5, 4 you are receiving, 1 you have not received, click on S. So see here, samples received. So now the viral load lab has accepted all your samples. You see here the status has changed to received. Navigate to the option record results, click on record results, and you will find all the individual patients with their respective batch IDs numbers for which the test result has to be entered. Now you see here, these are the 5 clients with the same batch numbers, 4 clients. One sample was not received, so we have only 4 with the same batch ID number 5078. So you can individually select each client and then click on the action record result, and then a window will pop up on which you have to select the result date. So the date on which you have tested the samples, click on and select the date, and the result type. So if it is less than 150 copies, select less than 150. If it is TND, select TND. If it is greater than 1 crore copies per ml, select. If you want to enter actual number of copies, click on actual number of copies and enter the result value. So the moment you enter the actual result value, system will automatically calculate the log value. If there are no errors, just keep it as no errors. If the sample has error, click on S. The moment you select the sample has a system error, then the result values will be blocked. So then you have to enter the error code which the system has generated. So now let us say there is no error, and then say actual number of copies, and then enter the actual number of copies and then save. See, result recorded, and then select the second field HIV and then select the result. If it is TND, then these result value and log value will be automatically logged. Only when you select actual number of copies, the result value will be opened for manual entries. Then select the third client and record result. So if you select these greater than 1 crore copies, as I already said, the result value log value will be logged, and then click on S. And then you select invalid result and then save. So once we record all our results, we have to go to the VL test results, and you see here for all the 4 results which we have entered, the status is awaiting approval. That means all the records for which the technician has tested and updated the result has to be approved by the viral load lab in charge. You can click on the test result. So the test result will show awaiting approval. The actual value which the technician has already entered, but it will not show the actual value until unless the viral load lab in charge approves this report. So now we will log out from the technician module and we will log in to the viral load lab in charge module. So once you log in to the viral load lab in charge module, click on the result under approval. So the lab in charge can see all the clients for which the result has been entered. So only the lab in charge has access to edit the report. Even the technician, once he enters the report and saves the report, he cannot edit the report. Only the lab in charge has access to edit. You see here, you can click on the edit. She can recheck all these values from the system generated reports and she can save it. After validating all the reports, she has to select individually all the test reports, or she can select on the top of the heading box. There is a checkbox. Just click on the checkbox. All the test results will be selected, and then click on the approve button, which is on the left side bottom of the screen. Scroll down. You see here, scroll down, and then you will find approve. After selecting all, either individually or by selecting the checkbox on the top of the heading, and then approve. So it will ask for confirmation. Click on yes. You see 6 records updated. So now click on VL test results. You see the result status says approved. So the result is approved. Now click on test result. You see here the actual value of the result is now enabled. Earlier it was saying awaiting approval, but now the actual value has been enabled. So this can be printed. You can select this and then print this report and send back to the ART center. So with this, we come to the end of this session. Thank you. Thank you very much.